Hello, hello. We are reading a new chapter of One Piece. A lovely color spread at the start. We're gonna live like tomorrow doesn't exist. Our straw hat crew hanging out with some French bulldogs, I guess. I don't know why. They're cute, I suppose. And Jinbe's in the crew. Jinbei gets his spot among the rest of the straw hats in the color spread. How wonderful. This, more than anything, I think, confirms that he's in the crew for life, that he is now officially, as anyone else, a straw hat. So cool. Also, what's up with the One Piece logo being colored in as if it was like the German flag? Am I crazy? Yeah, that's the German flag. I don't get it. Well, I guess it's a little different. The bottom is like orange here. The German flag's bottom is yellow. Well, whatever. It's German One Piece time. Is there some association with these bulldogs in Germany? And also, is Luffy riding on a giant bulldog and there's an even larger bulldog in the back? I don't know. These color spreads, man. Sometimes it's like, Oda, what are you thinking? What kind of fever dream did you have to make you want to draw this? Okay, this chapter is called Vassals of Glory. And we think way, way back to Odin himself slashing an X into Kaido's chest. One of the few meaningful hits we've ever seen land on that monster. We see Odin throwing aside all of his vassals, having survived the boiling hell. They try to chase them down, but the samurai live on. Don't make the mistake of underestimating our samurai. And Kaido says with deep, sincere respect, they will speak of you for years to come. Pretty badass. Pretty friggin' badass, I'd say. They can forget me for all I care. More badass. My soul will live on. And now we jump back to the present. The Akazaya samurai launching their surprise ninefold attack on Kaido, knocking him off the balcony into the Great Hall. Everyone's swords flying into different parts of his body. I mean, this looks like an attack. This looks like it's not going to be insignificant, you know? I think ultimately if Kaido is going to be defeated in this arc, which I think makes a lot of storytelling sense, it's going to be a battle of degrees. It's going to be that all of these attacks eventually added up to something that beat the insurmountable odds against them, right? So even though I don't think this attack is going to seal the deal by any means, you know, we got a lot of fight to come. It's going to be incidents like this, slowly adding up. These hits, one at a time. Awesome shot. The scar I got from Odin throbs. Why does it hurt? Why do their blades pierce me? Do they use his Ryo too? The Ryo, of course, being the Wano word for the Haki. Kaido is screaming. He's feeling legitimate pain. That old wound of Odin coursing through his whole body. Pierce his hide. They all slam into the ground. Crash to the floor. Kill those samurai. Pirate's really just a distraction. There could be more intruders around. You're correct. We won't let you get any closer to the Akazaya. And here, the flower, Hyodoro, and the other bandit leader representing the entire samurai underworld of Wano. All of those people secretly rebelling. And then Big Mom shows up. She has no idea what's happening. Is Kaido dead or what? Big Mom, I think, is probably totally ignorant of all of the Wano conflicts. You know, she had like a bout of amnesia. She seems somewhat disconnected from reality to begin with. It's more like her commanders are kind of heading up the actual logistics of the pirate operation. Big Mom just kind of goes and smashes whom she's told to. So I don't know. I don't think she gets what's happening here. I don't think she particularly cares what's happening here. Yamato runs in. It's the real vassals of Oden. They're tough. Here's the little headbutting girl, name forgotten. Headbutt, yeah. Luffy knows her name. Ulti. This is the day when I become Kozuki Oden at last. Are you crazy or stupid? Father's been attacked. The area's crawling with enemies. Not on your side anymore. Let my father die. Oh, she's so badass. I mean, he's so badass. Sorry. It seems like we should refer to Yamato with male pronouns. But yeah, he's extremely badass. I love that he has like the mini version of his father's club. Of course, his real father is Kozuki Oden. Oh, and Big Mom is here too. Of course. Even if she doesn't care about all of Ueno's inner conflicts, even if she doesn't even care that much about her newfound alliance with Kaido, she hates Luffy. That's for sure. She feels the need to get extreme revenge on Luffy. Nami and Carrot fighting off the kind of traditional Japanese ghosts that Big Mom has conjured up. Came all this way just so I could kill you. All of Orochi's hallucinations no one believed have come to pass. Rumors of fears at Oden Castle, Punk Hazard, the lost island of Zou. Oddly enough, you have been hiding in the shadow cast by the very man I've had my eye on, Straw Hat. That is so true. Oh, that is so cool. Just the depth of the narrative that has been like secretly interwoven in all these past arcs, right? That Luffy and Law have just kind of been having their own rampages, their own adventures on Whole Cake and Dressrosa and Zou and Punk Hazard. And the narrative that's been forming in the general public, that's been in all the newspapers and in all the minds of the Yonko and stuff, is Straw Hat. Straw Hat again. Here's Straw Hat again. He showed up on the island and caused chaos. He humiliated Big Mom. He took down Doflamingo. But secretly, there had been this other plot interwoven, that he was moving these samurai around. He was helping them make these connections. That he arrived at Zou and discovered the ninja whom all of Kaido's men could not extract because he had, of course, the prince with him. Ooh, hiding in the shadow cast by the very man I've had my eye on. And it's like all of those plot points. You know, we would get hype. We'd be like, ooh, Ueno, ooh, samurai. It's cool. But only now am I appreciating that just how instrumental all of those little developments were in the current situation on Ueno. A situation of magnitude that I never ever could have anticipated. But this has been it. And it's not like it was a secret. It's not like this is a twist. It was there before our eyes, as far back as Law proposing that they ally themselves to take down Kaido, right? That this was the real purpose of everything. Oh, he said Dressrosa too. Right. Punk Hazard, Dressrosa. Serve for 20 years, some cases travel through time, manage to recruit an army, but pirates will betray you. When they know you'll lose, they will abandon you and sail away. I've already beaten into Straw Hat Luffy into submission once. True, there's no way that Luffy's going to do that. Luffy is a different breed of pirate than that. But it's very interesting that Kaido says this. Is he speaking from experience? Is this referring to the Rocks Pirates, the legendary pirate crew in which he, Big Mom, and Whitebeard all participated? Did it have that sort of falling out? Or is there some other incident he's referring to? I don't know. Or is he referring to himself? That he just betrayed Orochi? That he decided that he was going to just take over Ueno? I don't know. Could be all three. Could be any number of incidents in Kaido's life that he alludes to here. Okay, meanwhile, Luffy and Big Mom still squaring off. Don't tell me jokes about beating Kaido. It's not it. It's Kaido and you and your officers and Orochi and his followers. I came here to whoop the whole lot of you. It's an all-out war. For once, Luffy actually understands the magnitude of the situation. This is quite the inversion, and I think it speaks to a growing maturity in Luffy, and also the fact that in this particular arc, he actually was made aware of a lot of things, which is saying a lot. You know, back in the good old days, Luffy would literally wander away during exposition. He would go out of his way to avoid filling his head with what he considered useless information about what was actually happening. And in the end, he would make some declaration of, okay, well, I'm just going to beat up Crocodile. I'm just going to beat up that pigeon guy. he would have his animal instincts flare up and recognize, this is the greatest threat. I'm pretty sure things will improve if I beat that guy up. Let's just take care of it. But this time, he really understands Wano. He understands the situation. He's been to the impoverished villages. He's seen how Kaido's crew helps themselves to the bounty of the land. He's got a much bigger ambition this time. He's actually trying to liberate the whole country, not just beat up one person. Let's go. Don't get ahead of yourself. What, a few hundred men? What a dope! Master Queen, an invading forces of thousands have stuck into the rear. It's like the third pair of glasses he's broken on camera, with his eyes popping out. It sucks that he's always getting this bad news. Samurai we arrested in the fire capital. The prisoners from Udon. The former warlord Law, in addition to the other pirates from earlier, they're all working together, and they just keep coming. And for some reason, there's also Marco the Phoenix near the entrance, with Charlotte Perospero. Yeah, Perospero. I was like, that guy's name's not Charlotte. But no, Charlotte is the surname, obviously. Anyways, yeah, I guess Marco is fighting that guy. I feel like that guy should get trounced by Marco, but I suppose he's always had kind of like a mysterious depth to his power. Like the candy fruit seems really, really strong. And just because he doesn't get as actively involved in their conflicts as like Dogtooth and the other commanders, doesn't mean that he doesn't hold his own. He's the eldest son, of course. Every last drunk, Onigashima, listen up. The party's over. Grab your weapons. All right. Heard that, Straw Hat. Do it. I accept your challenge. I'll show you the greatest army in the world. Kaido seems almost happy. Kinemon sneaking on his back, along with Raizo and probably a bunch of the other samurai, to continue their fight elsewhere. We're really setting up kind of a nice stratified war here. As I said, I really appreciate Oda's ability to show the chaos of war, of many battles simultaneously bleeding into each other, a general chaos running amok. But for me, the pinnacle is arcs like Ainz Lobby, where we have that, and then we also just have dedicated fight scenes where we really just revel in the joy of a well-choreographed, multi-stage, plenty of twists, shonen fight one-on-one, you know? So I'm hoping for that sort of thing too. And as we see Kaido leaving the battlefield and other kind of conflicts set up, I'm thinking we might get that. That would be pretty sweet. And again, just the intermingling of the two, that we show the dedicated fight scene for a bit, and then monster form Chopper smashes through the wall. You know, that the fights bleed into one another but still have space. So let's see what's gonna happen. Up on the roof, the samurai square off against their immortal enemy, Kaido. You want to do battle in open space is best, just like the last time. Now only Odin is dead. There's one more difference between that day and now. I had a feeling Yugara wouldn't be fighting inside the dome in dragon form. So brought many a warrior from a kingdom with us. Ooh, the minks are here too, and the snow is light and the moon is round. The full moon, of course, allowing them to use their crazy beast form. So again, I think it's all going to be a matter of degrees. That the initial surprise attack by all the samurai did some damage. This mink onslaught is going to do some damage. None of it will suffice, but it will accumulate. It will be meaningful. That in the end, probably Luffy, maybe Yamato gets involved. Maybe Luffy, Law, and Kid team up. Who knows? But they'll be able to finally bring down Kaido. Maybe around chapter 1000? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I'm so friggin' hyped for chapter 1000. I don't know. it's been the hit or miss, right? It's been maybe 50-50 whether or not the big round number chapters mean anything. Sometimes it seems like Oda goes out of his way to put a very significant development on those big number chapters, but the least disputable one, the by far the most significant instance of that lining up was chapter 100, right? If you don't recall, in chapter 100, we have to scroll all the way down. It starts with this amazing epigraph from Dragon. These things cannot be stopped. An inherited force of strength of will, one's dreams, the ebb and flow of the ages. As long as people hunger for freedom, these things will exist. Sorry, that was an epigraph by Gold Roger, but framed around Dragon, saying, pirate, eh? Not a bad idea. The chapter's title is The Legend Begins. We see the final escape from Logtown. Dragon shows up and saves them. What reason would I have to get in the way of another man's voyage? Smoker and Buggy decide to head to the Grand Line too, of varying consequence in the overall plot. And this is when they make their declaration, back when the Straw Hats were just 5, putting their feet on the barrel and smashing it. I'm going to find the All Blue. I'm going to be the king of pirates. I'm going to be the world's greatest swordsman. I'm going to draw the map of the world. I'm going to become brave warrior of the sea and set out for the Grand Line where all the other events of the story have taken place. So a very, very, very important chapter, and there's no doubt in my mind that Oda timed it out so that that would occur on chapter 100. So what can we expect from chapter 1000? I can only hope that it'll be something of considerable significance as well. Okay, so it's still like a quarter of the year away, so let's not get too hyped. Okay, bye-bye.